I can't help but feel sometimes like I'm almost like gaslighting or something. It's like, oh no, sorry. I need you to say words again because OBS didn't catch you. It's like, no, OBS just actually struggles. Sometimes. Arbitrarily. Sometimes it works, sometimes it struggles. Who's to say when it will do what? Because there are a few solutions that usually work, and sometimes the solution is good luck. Well, I sure don't know how to make it work. Just make it work. Oh, both
Good
paths
luck.
are these things. Oh well.
All right.
This one is a
Watering time.
good bit smaller at
Grow
least.
big and strong, okay?
I'm sure I'm gonna have to.
Grow big and strong.
Hold on, you have something on your face.
Watering
It
time.
was your face.
I hope it comes out okay.
Well, so someone had commented on one of my videos, hey, why don't I play like some of the Rune Factory like side games?
Watering time.
And I mean, maybe I will at some point. What was that one game that I keep
Grow big and
bad mouthing?
strong,
Tides of
okay?
Destiny, I think.
Grow big and strong, okay?
There
Grow big
are
and strong,
a
okay?
few various Rune
Nice.
Factory side games that
I hope it comes out
maybe
okay.
I'll wind up playing at some point. I mean, face it, how long can I realistically play Rune Factory?
Big and strong, okay?
Although the only reason why I started playing Rune Factory 1, 2, and 3 was because I had an issue with my, like, Switch or whatever, and I could no longer record Switch footage. And by the time that issue, like, got resolved, I was already recording Rune Factory. so I could have just swapped back, but I just didn't. I wanted to play through the older Rune Factories before coming back to Rune Factory
Grow
5.
big and strong, okay?
Ah,
Grow big and strong, okay?
I remember hearing that people had said that watching Dungeon Meshi made them, like, treat themselves better. Like, actually eat balanced meals, actually go out and, like, exercise, whatever, and, like, take care of themselves.
Grow big and strong.
And
okay?
I never really understood that. It's like, oh, why would, you know, someone preaching, like, healthy habits actually make someone do healthy habits? I watched the Dungeon Meshi, it didn't make me,
Watering time.
you know, want to pay $20 for a vegetable. Hey, if vegetables were cheap, I'd be eating vegetables a lot more. But vegetables are flippin' expensive, and I don't have the space for a garden.
Grow big and strong.
I mean,
okay?
ultimately, all food is expensive. Is kind of the issue.
Okay. I can buy 3 kilograms of chicken for $30. For $30, alternatively, I could buy the ingredients to make, like, 2 salads. If I were to buy vegetables from the grocery store, an array of vegetables, and try to just eat the vegetables for a whole day, let's say vegetables and water, in order to actually feel full from that, $30 worth of vegetables might not be enough to actually feel full over the course of an entire day.
Time to eat.
I
Hope it comes out
It's
okay.
like, what, $5 for, like, a head of lettuce? I can eat the entire thing in one sitting and wind up more hungry than when I started.
Watering time. I hope it
I
comes
could
out okay.
easily eat, like, 6 of those in a day. And still be hungry.
I mean, the whole idea is to eat balanced, food. Like, you are supposed to kind of have
Yeah.
some vegetables
mean-
and some protein.
All right.
Okay, there's protein in, like, beans, right? Okay, so... what, maybe $2 or $3 for a nice can of beans? I don't know if that's enough protein for a day, but... I think that's still proteins. let's say 2 of that. Or, you know,
Go big and strong.
if we go like $30, a nice spread of healthy eating,
Go big
get
and
some
strong,
grains
okay?
in there, but not too much because grains is like stupid high in calories. Well, bread
Hope it
is
comes
at
out
least.
okay.
But you
Well,
know,
it's
get
not so
some
much
grains,
grains,
get some lettuce.
Hard.
I hope it comes out okay. Yes.
Wait, it's supposed to be called. Okay,
Go big and
let's
strong,
get potatoes and butter, or
Butter
potatoes and milk, because that has
Go
apparently
big and
everything that
strong,
person
okay?
needs. I mean, to be fair, you can buy like a nice 10-pound bag of potatoes for like $5. Potatoes are actually just
Yes.
dirt
Alright.
cheap.
Yeah,
Go big
potatoes
and
are
strong, okay?
basically, if you can't,
Time.
do
Watering time.
more
Watering
varied
time.
stuff,
Watering
potatoes are the way to go.
You know what? Screw it. Maybe I should just eat more potatoes. I did buy
Go
potatoes
big and strong.
during my
okay?
last grocery shopping trip. I like to like take them and chop them up and just throw a few handfuls of
Nice.
chopped up potatoes in the air fryer.
I hope it comes out okay.
It's like, oh, like, you know,
Comes out
potatoes
okay.
are healthy,
I hope it
but
comes out
raw
okay.
potato is...
Go big and strong, okay?
no. Could try some mashed potatoes, boil them, then mash them. I don't even know if I have a potato masher. And I also don't have a big, like, pot
it comes
for
out okay.
cooking. So I might be able to do, like, 3, maybe 4 potatoes at once.
Watering time.
Also, when I cook with potatoes, I leave the skin on. 1, because I'm too lazy to actually peel potatoes, and 2, when I'm eating potatoes, I don't care if the skin is still on them or not.
Go big and strong, okay? Go big and strong, okay? Go big and strong, okay?
Traffic. How about you? When you cook with potatoes, do you leave the skin on? Assuming cooking for yourself.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Always.
aren't there like a ton of nutrients in the skin?
Go big and
Yes.
I
strong,
hear that. I
okay?
don't know if it's true.
Yes.
Yeah, I know with chicken, there's a lot of like calories in the skin. So if you get it like with the
Go big and
skin
strong,
off,
okay?
you save on calories. The chicken that I get for $30, for $10 a kilogram, is boneless, skinless. The boneless part is another important thing. 1 kilogram of
Watering
chicken
time.
with bone is a lot less chicken than 1
Big and
kilogram of
strong,
boneless
okay?
chicken.
Watering time. Watering time. Nice.
Sometimes I see things around, it's like, oh, hey, $10 for a nice kilogram of chicken. It's like, hey, that's a good deal. Or it's like $9. Like, oh,
Watering time.
that's a good deal. Yeah, except, like, a good chunk of that weight is taken up... Pardon me. Is taken up by bones. And a lot of the times, like, yeah, a lot of that is also breaded chicken. I don't know why breaded chicken is so cheap, but that breading, like, triples the calories.
Go big and strong, okay?
The boneless, skinless chicken is really good from a mathematical angle, because it's 1 kilogram for $10. Actually, it's cheaper than $10 because I get it during Cheap Tuesdays, and it's
I
like
hope it comes out okay.
$29 for 3 kilograms,
I hope
whatever.
it comes out okay.
Is it just 3 kilograms? I have to check. I think. Yeah, because that's something around like 7 to 8 pounds. I think that's about what it is. Yes. But also, boneless, skinless chicken is like 100 calories for 100 grams. 1 calorie per gram. Which made it really good when I was like measuring my calories. I used to have like this little like book. I don't know where it's gone off to. But I used to keep track of like my entire upload schedule. And also like I would weigh myself in the morning, wake up, go to the bathroom, weigh myself, keep track of that. And try to keep track of my calorie intake as well. But it was a little like $1.50 little, like, what, 18-month journal thing.
Grow big
The
and
entire
strong,
book weighed
okay?
like 6 grams.
Watering
It, like,
time.
it's like I'd go and I'd upload a video. It's like, oh, okay, May 14th. This video is going up. Oh, get up, weigh myself. I
Big
weigh
and
this
strong,
amount.
okay?
So I was able to, like, keep a record of, like,
Grow big
oh,
and
hey,
strong, okay?
on this day I ate, like, 1,800 calories and I went down, like, 2 pounds. On this day I ate, like, 3,000 calories because, I don't know, I was at a party and had some cake or whatever.
Watering time.
I
Watering
went
time.
down by 7
I hope it
pounds.
comes out okay.
Like, on this day I had, like,
Grow big and
1,100
strong,
calories.
okay?
I
hope
didn't
it
really
comes
do
out
much
okay.
that day. You know, I was, like, feeling sick, didn't really want to eat. And I had, like, 1,100 calories. I went up by, like, 10 pounds.
I hope it comes out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
Like, there was no consistency between calories in and weight lost.
Grow big and strong, okay?
And it's like, yeah, weight fluctuates throughout the day. That's why I was always going at,
Big
like,
and strong, okay?
wake up, bathroom, no intake at all, period, before I weigh myself.
Grow big
No
and
water,
strong,
no
big and
food,
strong,
none of it.
Okay? Watering time. Watering
And
time.
it's like, yeah, the
Watering time.
weighing out my food before I eat it because you have to weigh the frozen chicken while it's still frozen as opposed to weighing it after it's been cooked
Watering time.
because it loses some mass once it gets cooked. But the calorie is based off of the frozen as opposed to, like,
Watering time.
if some of the moisture, like, falls out of it, well, that's just, you know, water, which doesn't actually have, like, calories of its own. And it's like,
Grow big and strong, okay?
by that logic, just, you know, take the whole chicken, throw it through a dehumidifier, and then eat that.
Grow big and
Then
strong,
weigh that for
okay?
the calories, and then eat it.
Grow
Hey, it'll
big
be
and
at,
strong,
like,
okay?
half
big
the
and
amount of
strong, okay?
grams,
Grow big and
but it's still
strong,
all the
okay?
same calories.
I hope it comes out okay.
Right?
Grow big and strong, okay? I hope it comes out okay.
I wonder if I should try to get back into doing Skyrim VR again. Try to work through the entire mess that is getting all of those mods installed and make sure that they all work.
Grow big and
That was
strong,
kind of fun
okay?
to play,
Watering time.
even if I don't do it for recording. I think that's part of my problem these past few years. I almost never actually just play a game unless I'm going to record it.
Watering
I
time.
can't just play a game.
Grow big and strong.
That might
okay?
be why I get so bored of Beat Saber, although... Yeah, Beat Saber, I had one new song every maybe 10 times I play through it. Are you kidding me? Battery low, battery low, battery low, battery low.
Battery low. Battery low. Battery
Take it off
low.
the earbud, put it in its charging case. No charging, no charging, no charging, period. Oh, there it is. I really have to, like, force it in there, like, hold my thumb against it. And, like, the entire thing is shaking with how much effort I'm using to force it in place. And then it starts to charge. Let go. Put it down ever so gently, because if it's bumped by even, like, a half a millimeter, it'll stop charging. Heck, it doesn't even have to be moved. It can be charging. And then all of a sudden just stop. Keep in mind, the left earbud does not have charging issues. Just the right one. And even then, I can have it sitting there, in its case, charging. It's showing the thing, showing that it is in fact charging. I can have it there for like 20 minutes. So it should have a decent charge after 20 minutes. Take it out, put it in, it turns on, battery
Comes
low.
out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
Like I said, the left earbud is fine. The right earbud, and it's just like the last 2 sets of wireless earbuds I have. The left one would keep charging. The right one, would not.
Watering time. Watering time.
And like, sure, I use the right one more than the left one, but it's not like I only use the right one. I just prefer to have the right earbud in. I'm right-eared. That was a joke.
Watering time.
I mean, you say that, but I mean,
I hope it comes out
I've got a dominant hand, a dominant eye, and a dominant ear.
I think my dominant eye is my left eye. Because if I'm trying to, like, say, read something
Big and strong, okay?
at night or whatever,
Watering time.
I'm pretty sure I close my right eye and just have my
Hope it
left
comes out
eye
okay.
do stuff. My left eye is less sensitive to light, at least. Also, my left foot is my dominant foot. I always start walking with my left foot, and I have at the very least ever since I was 6 years old.
Watering time.
I also always count my steps. Which is apparently not a thing that people tend to do. But when I told my mom about it, she told me to stop before she starts counting her own steps as well.
Watering time. Big
You know-
and
You've seen me
strong,
walk.
okay?
You've seen the weird things I do sometimes
Big
while I
and
walk.
strong, okay? Real
I
big
mean,
and
I've just
strong,
seen the
okay?
weird things you do, whether or not you're walking. Yes.
If I'm walking on a surface and the
Okay?
texture of the surface is going to change, like say from carpet onto hardwood, the last step on the surface that I'm walking on has to be with my right foot, and the left foot starts on the new surface. So if my left foot brings me, like, say, to the end of the carpet, then I have to put my right foot down next to my left foot,
I hope it comes
as a
out
step,
okay?
and then I can continue.
I hope it comes out okay. Real big and strong, okay?
I also count my steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if, say, step number 1 brings me to the end of the carpet, then I have to go 2, 3, 4, still on the carpet.
Real big and strong,
And then I
okay?
can go with step 1 with my left foot on the new surface.
Real big and strong, okay? Real big and strong, okay? Nice.
Yeah, that's a little bit bizarre, but I've heard weirder. I assume.
Real big and
Also,
strong, okay?
not so much a trait that I have so much anymore, but it still comes up on the rare occasion. If I find that I'm, like, turning too much, like, left or right, I have to turn around the other way to, like, balance it out. That used to be a thing that I do all the time, and now I specifically only do it.
Real big and strong.
Now, specifically, it only happens,
Big and
in
strong,
the
okay?
underground
Watering time.
parking lot after doing the monthly Cheap Tuesday shopping.
I hope it comes out
After
okay.
putting away the shopping cart, waiting for my mom to drive around to pick me up so we can keep, go back home, I always have to, like, spin around in a direction before getting in. It used to happen, like, all the time, and now it's specifically only in that situation. At the very least, it's happened the last 3, maybe 4 times I've been in exactly that situation. And, like, as far as I can recall, no other time.
I hope it comes out okay.
Just then.
I hope it comes out
But
okay.
it used to be like, oh, if I'm going, like, through a building, like, left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn, I'd be like, nope, can't make that 4th left turn. I have to spin around to the right to, like, unwind myself. Then
hope
I
it
can
comes
take that
out
left
okay.
turn.
I hope it comes out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
This is the time of my
Hooray.
childhood that...
Now I can sit on the baby.
Good for you. This is the time of my childhood that it got, like, really bad. And my parents just called it me being even, but I probably just had OCD. Where, like, if I touched a thing with one body
It comes
part
out okay.
that I have, like, 2 of, whatever, I'd have to touch that same thing with just as much force with my other body part. like if I'm sitting like next to a wall and I bump the wall with my elbow, I have to turn around and bump that same wall with my other elbow at like exactly the same like angle and force. But if I do it like, say, oh, weird angle, and I got a bit of my arm in there, well, now I have to turn back around and hit like a bit of my arm, but oh no, now I got a little bit, so I had to like keep like turning around and hitting just right to try to balance it all out. So I could just be sitting there basically spinning in place trying to fix this little thing because I bumped my elbow against the wall. But when I hear about other people's OCD, it's like, oh, I bumped my elbow against the wall. I have to do it 37 more times, or, 36 more times, bring it up to 37 exactly. Which is never my thing. Like,
I hope it comes out okay.
my number's always been like 4. I have to do things.
You're big and strong.
But it's not like, oh, I have to hit my light switch, 17 times, so it's a bad luck. It's like, no, just whatever, turn it on, turn it, whatever.
Watering time.
So it's like, some traits of like OCD I definitively never had,
Strong.
and other traits I had that seem to be obsessive and compulsive are not things that I'd ever heard about anyone who actually has OCD ever having ever. And I never got tested, as far as I'm aware. And I'm pretty sure I asked my parents about this after I was an adult. I've never been tested for having OCD.
Watering
And
time. Watering time.
these, like, weird, like, compulsions and tendencies and
I
stuff,
hope it comes out okay.
for the most part, I had to, like, force myself to break them because they were too annoying to me to keep doing it. I could waste multiple minutes trying to hit the wall with my elbow just right, and I just forced myself to stop. Whenever I used to eat stuff, I would like try to break it in two with my, like break it in half with my front teeth and chew like equal amounts on either side of my mouth, try to get it nice and like balanced. But then sometimes one side like would fully disintegrate. I still have stuff on the other side, so I'd bite with like one side but not the other. But then that side was gone, so like one, so I just like nope, all of that right side. I don't care, just right side.
Now that you mentioned like with the side of your mouth thing, I just realized I have a dominant side of my mouth.
I had made the choice to eat with the right side of my mouth,
It comes out okay.
so I didn't have to keep fretting and OCDing and
Big and strong.
making it
okay?
all even about that. But now I have a cavity in the tooth I primarily use to eat with, so now I have to eat with the left side of my mouth, and it's very awkward. People thinking, oh, why not just go to the dentist and have it fixed?
Big and strong.
Because I went to the dentist to try to get it fixed. The dentist clinic said that they didn't want to. And I contacted 2 other dental clinics, and they both said, no. So at some point, I have to make an appointment with my dentist's office again and be like, hey, yeah, I need a checkup, and also, could you please fix this cavity, please? I don't do well with dental work. I have a very, very,
You're big and strong, okay?
I have a very sensitive gag reflex. So dental work is very annoying. Also,
It comes out okay.
you're familiar with gleeking, right? That act of, like, spitting out saliva like a snake? Yeah, apparently I do that during dental work.
I hope it comes out okay.
I hadn't been trying to. Apparently it's just a thing
Big and
that
strong,
happens.
Okay?
So the dentist didn't really want to, fix that particular cavity. Referred me to other clinics that might be able to do it better, and they were just like, oh no, we actually, don't do that.
Grow big and strong, okay?
One of them said, oh yeah, we just,
Yes!
like, we don't put people under for cavities, actually, we're just like,
Grow big and
oh
strong,
no,
okay?
what was it? Oh, actually, all of our, like, we're full for, like, forever. We can never actually have, like, someone new as an appointment. We're full for the rest of eternity. And the other place said, oh, yeah, no, we don't take H as payment, even though we're supposed
Big
to.
and strong, okay?
Because H covers dental work. We actually just don't take it as payment, so,
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not right.
Watering time. I hope it
Yeah,
comes
you'd
out
have to
okay.
pay the stupid high expensive costs all out of pocket. It's like, oh, do you also not take, like... If someone came in and they had, like, a healthcare plan, like, from their, you know, company, from their workplace, would you also not take that? If someone had, like, dental insurance, whatever, would you not accept insurance? No, it's just Aish that you don't accept. Because I'm disabled, I'm not allowed to have good teeth. Because
Yeah,
my
that's...
brain don't work like your brain work, I'm not allowed to have good teeth.
Watering time. Watering time. You're big and strong, okay?
If I remembered what dental clinic it was, I'd absolutely be naming them by name. But this was months ago, so I don't recall.
Right. Doesn't think.
Watering time. I hope it comes out okay. You're big and strong, okay? Watering time,
Somebody
watering
didn't call.
time.
I gotta say, having autism is so annoying sometimes. I have my window open because it's way too flippin' hot in here with the thermostat turned to 0.
Watering time.
And, like, I can hear the sounds of traffic on the street outside.
Nice.
It's like a major road on the other side of this little parking lot. And I can just hear the traffic on there at all hours of the day. I can hear people walking around outside the building. I can hear people talking outside the building. Like if some people are just outside my window on the sidewalk having a conversation, I can hear their conversation and make out what they are saying.
Watering time. I hope it comes out okay.
That's why I was kind of excited about the idea of us moving into, like, an apartment on, like, the 14th floor of a building. If I could still make out conversations from the ground outside, from the 14th floor... I don't know, maybe I should apply to NASA or something? I'm sure someone could use... I'm sure some company could use someone with that level of superhuman hearing. There's a TV show that I enjoyed some years ago. Limitless, I believe. And the whole concept of it was there was a drug, NZT, that essentially when you take it, you use 100% of your brain, quote unquote.
Yeah, based off of a movie, I assume. Yeah, well, yeah, because I've seen the movie.
Limitless or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same drug, so it's like, oh, if you use it, you have access to, like, everything that your brain, like, would have access to. All of your senses are, like, no longer stopped, or whatever. Like, you have access to every memory that you have ever, like, made in your entire life. You see a picture of one person, you remember that you saw them for half a second on a newspaper 30 years ago. And the article that was with the newspaper, even if you didn't read it, you still saw it, so you memorized that part of the article. Right. And there's one part where someone takes it for, like, the first time, and suddenly, oh my gosh, she can hear the cars on the street outside, the sound of water running through the pipes, the hum of electricity of appliances nearby, a conversation that's being shouted on the street just outside the window.
I hope it comes out okay. You're big and strong, okay?
I think when I first saw that scene, I remarked, oh, she took the autism pills. And I think I gotta say, the scariest moment of ever living in this apartment was when I was going to the bathroom and I heard someone cough. It wasn't like me, like, hacking their lungs out, whatever. It was just... I heard someone flipping cough. And
Okay.
yes, I was in my bathroom, in my apartment, and I heard someone, you know, being quiet. There was nobody else in my apartment. So clearly it was either, you know, through the bathroom door, through the apartment door, someone in the hallway happened to cough, or someone in another apartment. And either way, if I could hear them, what's to say they can't hear me when I'm talking? When I'm doing my recordings, when I'm talking to myself, when, you know, we're just chatting on Discord, or when I'm, you know, complaining about the people who come by for the inspections. What's to say that people can't just be, I don't know, in the hallway just listening in on me?
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
Like, I do not trust these people. For as far as I'm aware, they absolutely could just be the sort of people to be all like, oh, let's just happen to be right outside of someone's apartment to see, like, if they say anything that we can incriminate them for.
Well, someone just sent you a power sink.
Were they listening to us? Like, I don't want to be paranoid, but being here kind of makes me paranoid.
All right. There you go. Easy does it. There you go. Easy does it. Hi-ya! Huh. Nice.
Strawberry seed, level 6, go.
Take that. Take that.
I still remember one time I had Chandra over. I was sitting on the couch.
Nice.
Chandra's like standing in the kitchen. And she just says like, oh gosh, can you hear your fridge? It's kind of loud right now. I'm just like, no, Chandra, I cannot hear that my fridge over the sound of the traffic outside.
Take that.
So apparently normal people, they take all of like this auditory input and the brain just goes, oh, you don't need to be hearing all of that. And it just completely filters it out so they actually just don't hear the sounds of like traffic and stuff. It's like, oh no, you don't need to listen to like electronics buzzing. That's not important to your survival, so I'll just make sure that you don't notice it. And you don't think that anything is wrong. The artistic brain goes, oh, this is noise. Oh, this is something. Oh, but have you heard this? Here's a thing. Oh, but what if this is important? How do I know that this isn't important, huh? Take this sound. It might help you on your quest. It's like when people pack for a trip, there's like always like just that one person that's like, well, we're going away for 3 days. One shirt, one pair of pants, underwear. I can reuse my socks. Yeah, that's fine. And someone else is all like, okay, 3 days. So like the clothing I'll be wearing to go on the trip, plus like 2 more outfits. Maybe I can. Can I wash my laundry on there? Oh, probably not. Okay, so 3 extra outfits. Want to bring, phone charger, backup charger for that. Bring the tablet for reading. Make sure that's fully charged. Uses the same charger as my phone, so that's fine. Make sure to bring this and this and this. And like person A is like, what? It's only 3 days. Why are you bringing so much? And the other person's like, yeah, it's 3 days. What do you mean you're just bringing, you're not even bringing a charger for your phone?
There.
Yeah,
What do you mean you're not even go?
that is bizarrely underprepared, yes.
It's like, what do you mean you're not actually just going to make sure that your pants have your wallet in them in case you need your wallet? Oh, whatever. We're just going.
There.
It's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, we're just going for a fishing trip for the weekend. It's like, did you even bring a fishing rod? Mike said he has an extra one. Did he say that he'd bring the extra one for you to use? Whatever. Someone will bring an extra. Yeah, that someone is me, because I have to pack for you now as well.
Nice.
As a kid, whenever my parents were bringing me somewhere,
All right.
not necessarily every single time they would bring me somewhere, but enough. It happened often enough. They'd be all like, oh, like, get ready, we're going to go. We're leaving in like 5 minutes. And it's like, where are we going? Are you taking me to the store? Are we going to be like, what, are we going to the store? Are we going to visit, like, the grandparents? Like, you said we're going to visit them this weekend, but it's Thursday. So are we going to visit them? It's like, no, you have 4.5 minutes. Get ready. It's like, what do I have to prepare for? Do I just have to, like, get up and go? Or are you just bringing me to the store so you don't leave me home alone? Or do I actually have to, like, pack a bag? Oh, 4 minutes left. Make sure you're out, ready, shoes on, out the door in 4 minutes. Like, so nothing then? So I just, get up, go downstairs, get my shoes on to go out the door. Oh, you're not bringing anything to your grandparents? Oh, it's time to go. I guess you're not bringing your Game Boy. It's an hour-long trip. It's like... And then my parents would blame me for throwing a hissy fit, but it's like, you could have communicated something. You could have told me, okay, it's time to go to your grandparents now. Make sure you're ready for the trip. Or something, instead of, okay, let's go now.
Yeah.
And then they blame me for not communicating enough, but it's like,
Right.
I tried asking stuff. It's like, oh, we go... More than once is all like, oh, on so-and-so time, we're going to be going on a big trip. Make sure to pack, we're going to be gone for a few weeks. Like, have clothes ready to be gone for a few weeks. Like, oh, where are we going? We're going to be gone for...
Delicious.
We're going on a trip for a few weeks. Like, okay, where are we going? On a trip! Like, are we going to visit... Are we going to visit Mom's parents? Are we going to visit Dad's parents? Are we going to visit, like, my aunt who lives in Banff? Like... We're going on a trip. And then they leave and it's like, okay, fine, I guess. Pack some clothes, Game Boy, spare batteries. Whatever. Going on a trip. It's like, alright, where are we headed? We're headed on a trip, they say. Anger in their voice. Because they've told me 7 times that we're going on a trip, but never told me where we're actually going. Which is why I keep asking where we're going. It's like, oh, if you don't, like, shut up right now, we are not going on this trip with us. Like, I don't even know where we're going. So at some point, I just figured it doesn't matter. Oh, we're going on a trip? Oh, you
Cool,
don't...
have fun without me.
Oh, you're bringing me somewhere? Okay. I don't care where we're going. It's like, basically just have a bag ready. As a kid, I didn't actually have to pack clothes, but it's like, Game Boy, spare batteries, like, whatever else. Game Boy, spare batteries, and a book.
Yes! All right!
Oh, we're just going to the grocery store. You don't really need all that. It's like, back. Already sitting in the car, seatbelt on, playing my Game Boy. Playing some Pokemons. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Stop at the grocery store. It's like, no, you can just leave me in the car.
Yes! Take that!
So yeah, I said we're going on a trip. Here we are at Disneyland. It's like, oh. Okay, well, sure. Alright, let's have fun at Disneyland then, I guess.
Take that!
But it's just also, we're going on a trip. Okay, are we going somewhere warm or are we going somewhere cold? Disneyland is like in California. You dress differently in California than you would in Alaska.
Yeah. Again, a lot of this was like, you know, age 13 and under, so my parents, mostly my mom, packed my clothes for me. So I didn't have to like pack for the weather. I just had to make sure that I had stuff to entertain myself, like either on the car ride or the plane or whatever. So as I had the stuff for that, that was all well and good. But it's like, if we're going to the grocery store and you're gonna have me like walk, you know, like I don't necessarily need to bring a book if we're just going to the grocery store, but if we're going on a plane, maybe I should bring a book.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes it seems like I have a really short temper on things. Yeah, I got that from my parents.
Yeah. Something tells me that your parents need to, take a class. Not on how to be better parents, but on how to, act like humans.
A class on proper communication probably could have saved their marriage. Wait, that was song shipped, whatever. What was that? Yeah, my parents always tell me that I'm, you know, so annoying and such a hassle to deal with, but I mean, I had them as parents. So, oh hey, we're going out golfing today. It's like I am in the I am playing a game. Oh, well, stop playing your game because we're going out golfing. It's like you could have. Okay, when you said we're going out golfing, I thought you meant, like, you and Dad. I didn't know you were also bringing me. Like, you've gone out golfing and left me at home before. I have my game. I'm good. It's like, nope, nope, you're coming with us. It's like, like, I never really liked going golfing. I tolerated it because my parents really enjoyed it and whatever. Oh, you have to get, you know, at least some exercise. And it's like, okay, fine. Walking 18 holes is much better than, you know, having to go running around for a sport. So whatever. I didn't like it, though. And I was also really bad at it. And it's like, oh, you know, make sure to take your time, have your eye on the ball, and really, like, focus on, like, hitting the ball and making sure it goes really far. Oh, but also hurry up, because other people are waiting to tee off as well. And you're holding everybody up. But make sure to take your time, don't rush yourself. It's like, okay, do I go back? What? Okay, keep your eye on the ball, and hurry up. It's like,
Nice.
yeah. One parent telling me one thing, the other parent telling me something else at the same time. And, like, I could always tell that my parents, especially my dad, were always... And my dad was always disappointed that I was never good at golf. I actually went to, like, a golfing, like, lesson at one point. How to learn how to golf better. Again, not my choice, but I went in anyway. I'm not really sure if I actually improved or not. Yeah, I never did well at golf, but it was... not really my choice to go golfing with my parents. And eventually they just stopped bringing me along when they went golfing, and I'm like, okay, good, thank you. Other than being dragged along to go golfing with my parents, I think I only actually went golfing one other time in my life. And that was, like, a work thing. I think I borrowed my dad's clubs.
So what you're saying is the next time you visit me, we're gonna go golfing.
See, mini golf is all fine and wonderful and good.
Okay.
There's just so much about golf I don't like. Partially the whole walking 18 holes is a long way to walk. And of course you only go golfing on sunny days. And of course...
Sunny days.
And of course, like, oh, well there's trees around. You don't need sunscreen. I was, you know, being a kid, I didn't have access to my own sunscreen. I couldn't just, like, you know, put it in my bag and take it with me. So if my parents didn't bring sunscreen and my mom didn't insist on putting it on me, I would just, you know, get a mild case of sunburn by the end of the day. Oh well. Yeah, a little bit of sunburn never hurt anybody.
I mean, that's definitely false, but okay.
Carrying around a big heavy bag, having, you know, both my parents telling me everything I'm doing wrong with golfing. Apparently my stance is never good no matter how hard I try. Apparently, even though I was looking at the ball, I wasn't looking at the ball. But that was a big thing. No, you're supposed to keep your eye on the ball. It's like, oh, I just suck at golfing. It went like 20 feet because that is essentially, you know, within my range of potential for golf. You want me to hit it 300 yards? That's not happening. On a good shot, I think I can do 20 yards. Also, not to mention the physical injuries that could sometimes occur while golfing. Not frequently, of course, but they, you know, the chance of being absolutely nailed by a golf ball when standing behind the person who is swinging are low, but never zero. I think, yeah, usually we'd get, like, the golf cart and get to ride in that, and... I mean, still, multiple hours under the hot sun, maybe I'd get some water. Usually no water. No water, no food for... I don't know, how long does it take to do 18 holes of golf? When you also have, like, a child that you're dragging along as well? 3 or 4 hours?
No water? I mean... Jesus, that's... I'm sorry, that's just bad planning on their part. If they didn't bring water.
And that was just like a thing that we just, you know, throughout the spring and summer and maybe sometimes into the fall, probably not, just drag along to go golfing. So, you know, I could just be sitting in my room playing video games, have a parent just be all like, oh, hey, we're leaving now, come with us. And just about drag me out. It's like, can I at least save my game first? Oh, you should have been ready by now. When did you tell me that we are going to be leaving now? You said, oh, maybe sometime on the weekend we'll go out and do something. How am I supposed to know that that time was noon on Saturday? You could have said, oh, we're going out at noon on Saturday, so I could be... No, you just said, oh, sometime, and you decided it wasn't now. Can you give me, like, I don't know, a minute or two to save my game? 2 or 3 minutes to go to the bathroom? No, apparently not. No. Not allowed. Nope. And, like, this all accumulated with such an instant while as an adult. So, at my grandparents' place, and they have a mall that's, like, a bit of a drive away from them. It's a mall, whatever. There's an Indigo bookstore there. And I wanted to go to the Indigo bookstore because that's basically the only time I get to go to Indigo. That's basically the only time I get to go to a bookstore. And, like, I know that's like, okay, it's Saturday. It's like, you know, there are plans like, okay, basically we're going to wait for my aunt to, like, be ready. My aunt's going to text my mom. And then drive over. And then we're all going to go to the mall together. And I had told my mom, hey, when my aunt texts you that she's going to be coming here, can you tell me? Because I'm going to be working on something in the basement, and I want a few minutes to, like, put it away, and, you know, so I don't just abandon it. I was working on fixing my little computer, the one that you saw, Azura.
Yeah.
And so I'd have, like, screws loose and everything while kids are also playing in the basement. And I wanted to at least, like, if not put it all back together, at least, you know, put the screws in a container, like, so it doesn't all go all over the place. And my mom said, okay, sure. You know, some 30 minutes later, whatever, my mom calls down the stairs. Okay, your aunt's here, we're leaving now, bye! So I go running up the stairs and tell her, hey, I want to come with. Can I have a few minutes to, like, put away my computer stuff so it doesn't get lost? And she said, oh, I didn't know you wanted to come with. Okay, I guess you can have a minute, but your aunt's already here, and we're about to leave. It's like, so I go, quickly try to put stuff away as best I can, which isn't a very good job when I'm rushing like this, which I wasn't supposed to. Once you get back, turns out one of the kids had knocked over the table that I had all the screws on, because I had them basically in, like, a bottle cap. Knocked it over. Little tiny screws all over the place. And I said to... And I had my mom, like, looking around the whole room trying to find them. One of them got lost. Because, you know, there's, like, furniture and stuff. Something fell under it, something. She was crawling around for probably about an hour and found, like, 5 of the 6 of them. Because while we were out on the trip, I told her about what had happened, and she's like, oh yeah, I had forgotten that you said you wanted to come along. Like, maybe when dealing with her, we need to have, like, sticky notes. Sticky note on her phone. When Aunt calls, tell Claire. Sticky note, like, on her shoes and on the door. Hey, don't... Hey, remember, I want to go to the mall with you. And, like, I know I give myself a lot of grief for having a bad memory. But, like...
I see.
Yeah, that's just...
And it wasn't, like, just me being, like, a child and she thought that I'd, you know, just want to stick around and, you know, play with the other kids. So I was like, no, I was an adult, like, mid-20s. Julian is dumb. Scratch that. Is naturally calm.
Yes. Hey.
Well.
Thank you.
I ended one event and went right into another event. Plan to live forever or die trying.
Hey.
Oh, I see.
You see,
How to do cool sideways glances, how to set up the perfect distraction, how to open locked doors, and the secret fort for taking naps.
yay!
I believe I just spent another entire hour just ranting and complaining about stuff. But I mean, it was always so annoying. Playing the game, doing my own thing, and then suddenly, oh, stop what you're doing because what I have is more important. And it's like, yeah, sure, whatever, you're the parent, I'm the kid. I'm just, wasting my time with a video game, and you want me to stop what I'm doing so I can go in the back seat of the car as you drive to the grocery store, then be dragged along where you do grocery shopping, where I don't actually get an input, and maybe I'll just have to help carry some bags or whatever, and then we can finally go back home where I can continue on with my video games. And it's like, the only reason for you to drag me along like that is because you don't think I can handle being by myself for an hour, but like, even at like the age of 6 or 7, like, okay, sure, there's always the chance that something could happen, but realistically, I would be fine. Even as a little kid, just, playing my games, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, all my parents would have to do is like, hey, going out to the grocery store, I'll probably be back in about an hour. Okay. Bye. And, okay, so now, like, as an adult, I hear occasional stories of, like, oh my gosh, she left her 8-year-old child at home alone for, like, an hour while she went out. What a horrible parent who deserves to have their children taken away. And it's like, is the child particularly prone to being dangerous when left alone? Like, here's, like, quotes from the parent. It's all like, no, my Alexander is, like, so I've just been fine being at home alone. And, in fact, when I came back home, everything was completely fine. And it's like, okay, I don't see what the problem is with the child being left alone if the child can be left alone without a problem. Sure, there's issues if the parent, goes off for the whole weekend. And, like, yeah, of course with a baby you have to be watching over them. With a toddler you have to be watching over them. But at some point there comes a part, individual by individual basis, where you be like, oh, you're just doing your thing? Alright, here's a snack I know that you can handle without hurting yourself or making a mess. I'll be back in an hour. Have fun.
Yeah. Here's my rule of thumb, especially if you also have, like, multiple kids or anything like that, because I've heard stuff of, like, parents just leaving all their kids alone in a hotel room or something. Like, you know what? Here's my thought on that. If every single one could be, trusted to be left completely alone, then that's probably fine.
Yeah. Someone had posted the question of, why is the eldest sibling always the crankiest? To which someone replied, because we became the parents of children we didn't make. And like, yeah, that's 100% true. If you're even just a few years older than a sibling, the parents are always like, oh, okay, well, you're a responsible one, so you look after your, baby brother for, I don't know, 4 hours? And it's like, why do I have to take care of... It's like, oh, well, because I'm your parent and I'm telling you to take care of my child. I'm a parent and you should take... I'm your parent. You should take care of my child for me. It's like, okay, Mom. And it's like, I didn't have siblings till I was like 16. And with my stepmom's kids, I didn't really have to look after them very often. It happened sometimes. But they were at an age where it's like, looking after them was all like, hey, you good? Yeah, you're fine. Hey, look, video games. You know, like, I think the youngest were like 5 when we had met. And yeah, I had to look after them sometimes, but they would have been fine by themselves. And I still remember one time, my grandmother was over, taking care of us, I think for the weekend or something. The parents were gone. Nana was there. She called me upstairs. Something had happened. She wasn't feeling good. She wanted to go to the hospital. She didn't ask me to drive her. That would have been a whole other story. But yeah, she called like paramedics to come, you know, bring her out. Wanted me to look after the kids and not let the kids know that Nana was going to the hospital. And then it's like, I watched paramedics take Nana, you know, out. And it's like, she was still like fine and conscious. I don't know if she walked into the ambulance or not, but you know, things seemed fine. Went downstairs, saw the kids were playing, and just like, yeah, alright. Having fun with your game? Alright, cool. Nana's taking a little nap. If you need anything, talk to me. They didn't need anything. They were fine for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Just... But, like, even if I hadn't been there, they would have been fine. And it's like, that's just the thing. Like, kids can be mature, but they can also be not mature. So setting a specific thing for, oh, they have to be this old to do this, or this, or but it's like, that's not a certainty.
That's not how children work.
And like, gosh, I'm really glad that driving is like a test that person has to pass before they're legally like allowed to do it. 2 tests, actually. As opposed to like, oh, you're 16? I don't care how much driving experience you might or might not have. Boom, you drive now. All you need is to be able to prove that you're 16, not that you have to have passed tests. Because that would be terrifying. So I'm glad that there's like tests to prove, but also it's like, oh, you're 18, 21, 16, 0, whatever. Okay, now you can drink alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, it's worth noting that, of course, like in other countries, like, well, like say
in China, the
Germany.
drinking age is 0, right?
In where?
China.
I have no idea. Do they have alcohol in China?
Well, yes.
I know that in Germany, it's like, I mean, yeah, so long as like you're not getting like drunk and belligerent in public and stuff like that.
Oh no, the legal drinking age in China is 18. What?
You might be thinking Germany.
In Germany, the minimum age for consuming and purchasing beer and wine is 16.
What? Really? Well, purchasing,
At 14,
sure.
they can... At 14, minors are allowed to consume and possess undistilled, fermented, alcoholic beverages such as beer and wine in public places, bars, or restaurants, as long as they are in the company and have the permission of a custodial person. The youngest legal drinking age in the world is 15. According to quick Google search.
I will just say this, though. In practice, in a lot of the world, but Germany is probably the more obvious one. Yeah, quite frankly,
Watering time.
But
they
yeah,
will have some amount of drink at home well before the...
I mean, I was like 5 years old when I had my first, or
hope it
6
comes
years
out
old,
okay.
I think, when I had my first like taste of alcoholic beverage.
You're big and strong.
You know, I don't know how old I was. I know I was definitely younger than I probably should have been,
Watering time.
but I remember, you know, at like sort of family gatherings at my grandparents' place,
Right.
I would get like a small amount of wine.
Watering time. I hope it comes out okay.
Yeah, my dad decided to do the thing, where you give a young child a little like taste of beer,
I hope it comes
so they
out
don't
okay.
like it, and when they grow up, they don't want to have it. And it completely worked.
Here's the
I
problem.
hear
Like,
stories all the time of,
Big and
oh, my
strong, okay?
My dad let me have some beer when I was 5, and I loved it and just wanted more and more and more. Now I'm an alcoholic at age 13, or whatever, but it's like, no. I tried it, hated it, never wanted it again. Didn't even really want it in the first place.
All right.
see, yeah, that's the thing. Someone who doesn't want it and is forced to have it, yeah, that is probably going to deter them from ever wanting it.
To be fair, I wasn't forced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad was sitting there with the beer, my mom was there as well. And my dad was like, oh, hey, you want a taste? I was like, I shouldn't be drinking that. It's like, oh, no, it's fine. Just a small
Hope it
taste.
comes out okay.
My mom wasn't saying no either, so I'm like, okay, I guess it. If my parents are saying I can have a taste, okay then.
Watering time.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it absolutely clear that my dad did not force me to ingest alcohol.
You're big and
Okay.
strong,
However,
Fair, bad phrasing.
from the time of, I think, 16 to 20, both of my parents really tried to get me to drink alcohol. Like, constantly. I don't know why. But any time that there's, like, alcohol being drunk, my parents would... They wouldn't just, like, suggest it, like, once. Like, oh, hey, you know. Hey, I have my friends over who are drinking beers. Hey, you want one? Whatever. No, like,
I hope it
they
comes
would
out
offer...
okay.
Like, every time they would get a drink. Every time any of them would get drinks, they would offer me one. It's like,
Big and strong, okay?
Dad,
Nice.
if I didn't want a beer 3 times this night, what would make you think I'd want one the 4th time?
Watering time.
Well, you know, now that you ask me 6 times in one night, maybe I will.
I hope it
And it's
comes
also
out
bad with my
okay.
mom, because she'd be getting drinks, like, for everybody, and every time she'd be up getting a drink, she'd offer to, like, mix me something. So, my entire history of drinking alcohol. A sip of beer foam when I was, like, 6, and another sip, like, a minute later of the non-foam part. I always... There were some times when I was 13-ish. Anywhere from, like, 11 to 15. No, not 15. 10 to 13. Somewhere around there. There were some times I'd hang around a campfire drinking stuff, and I don't know if it was or was not alcoholic, but I had a few sips. I remember one time it was Wildcat stuff. I don't remember if it was always Wildcat. So I might or might not have had alcohol then. I don't know. I had one mixed drink. I think I was either 17 or 18 at the time, and I can't recall. So I might have been of legal drinking age. I think I was actually under 18. My mom had made me a mixed drink, and I had like a glass. It was nice. Didn't want any more. So, you know, the first time I'd actually had like a full drink. And anything else has just been like alcohol cooked into food that I then ate. Which I try to avoid as much as possible, but my mom absolutely loves to cook with alcohol. Every time she's making a meal that's more than just the average dinner, out comes the alcohol to start cooking with.
I hope it comes out okay.
But yeah, that's my entire history of
I hope it
alcohol
comes out
consumed of my life. One full drink and a couple of
Okay?
sips.
Big and strong, okay?
And by full drink, I mean like, you know, one of those like small glasses.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
Whereas my stepmom will drink an entire bottle of wine in a night, just like
I hope it
on a
comes out
night
okay.
before work. Like,
Watering time. Watering time.
more alcohol than I have consumed in my entire life.
Comes out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
On a night that she has to be up in the morning for work. But, you know, I shouldn't judge.
Real
If
big
I
and
had-
strong, okay?
If I had to deal with me, I would probably be a drunk too. Is that too harsh to say? I don't know. You've gone quiet on me, and I can.
Real big and strong,
Everything
okay?
feels so judgmental. Why have you gone quiet on me? Am I all alone again? No one here beside me. Okay then. I don't know what's up with this video. These videos are like the therapy I refuse to go to.
These videos are like the therapy that
That I
your
need.
parents couldn't afford to get you a good one.
Hey, I did talk to one therapist who I think might have been good. Although the fact that I can't really remember whatever we had talked about during therapy sessions might not have been effective. All I can remember of going to that therapist is at one point she had recommended that I like paint like a scene on like a glass jar, but all she had said was that I'd be painting on glass. Set me down at a table with some like paints, but the table had like a sheet of glass on it, and she had said that I'd be painting on glass. So I took the paints and started painting on the glass. And then she said, "Oh, no, 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 I meant..." And then she bought like a little glass jar for me to paint on instead.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
there's like that's her fault. That is absolutely 100% her fault on that. Hey, we're gonna paint on glass. Sits you at a table with glass on it and gives you paints.
Yes.
Yeah, any person would interpret it that way.
Okay. And I think I only remember that because of that miscommunication, and because I kept that jar in like a cabinet in my bedroom for like a few years. I had like a whole like entertainment center, lots of like cabinets and drawers and stuff, and so I just had that a cabinet I wasn't otherwise using. I just had that jar with like a horse figurine. I think it was like Aragorn on a horse from Lord of the Rings. I don't know why I had that. I don't know what's happened to that. It's probably been thrown out since then. So every once in a while when I'd open that cabinet looking for something else, I'd just like turn the jar a little bit as if it's like, you know, like making a film of like horse, whatever. Other than that though, I can remember one time I was driving to the therapy. I think I can remember being in the waiting room. I remember that one little instant with the painting of glass. That's all I remember of that therapy. And I'm sure I didn't just go there once. I have no idea how much I went there though. Maybe I should ask my parents about it if they remember me going to that therapy, because that's all I know. I think I was... How old was I? I don't know, 12? that very real joy, I would almost think that the entire thing was just a dream. But I had that very real joy for, like, years. So it could... I went to therapy, it might have just been a dream. I don't know. But hey, if I have these videos to go and do and complain and rant and moan and whatever about, and... Do you think it would even be worth it to get tested for OCD? Like, I'm already on AISH. What, am I going to get on AISH squared? Oh, you have autism and OCD? AISH squared. You still just get money every month, but it's like a nice round number. So it's easier to compartmentalize.
Mm-hmm.
I could do a whole bit on the age numbers being really weird and arbitrary, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining about getting age. But the numbers are arbitrary. The numbers feel like they are arbitrary. They don't go up by, like, solid, like, percentages or solid, like, amounts. Like, one year it went up by $97. And it was, I think it was, like, 2.3% or something. I don't understand. Ah.